Good morning, guys. How are you all? Is that buffering? Just let me know if it is buffering or not. And if you can hear me, just let me know, both of them. Is it buffering? Is it buffering, brother? I can hear you. Thank you, Sophia. But is it buffering? I mean, there is some buffer. There was sudden load shedding, and because of that load shedding, it can be little buffer. But let me know that first. Then, if it is buffering, I will just do something, and I hope that it will make the stream clear if it is buffering. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I think it will be clear now. I mean, if it is not, then I have to wait a bit because just after the load shedding, sometimes it buffer a bit. I'm just a little confused why it is not full. And the speed is also bad. It's happening. I'll be able to do that today. I wish it will be okay after a bit. I mean, after some times it will be okay again. Because of the load shedding, sometimes it is not that much speed. So I hope that it will be okay. And I wish it will be okay. Let's talk about the price action. I hope that you will be able to listen me. Today is Wednesday, if I'm not wrong. Today is Wednesday, so around 1:30 we have Fed Chair Powell speak. So PM session is gonna be disaster for me. It is going to be highly volatile accumulation things around 1:30. So before 1:30, after 1:30, it's not a good idea to trade around that moment, in my opinion. Okay, so no, it's okay. So around the morning session, I don't need to worry about any kind of news. So I'm okay with that because there is no important news around the morning session. So PM session, we'll talk about that later. Good morning, Gangjong, Abdul Muti, good morning, Miguel Jr., good morning, RS, good morning, Aiko, sorry for that buffer. I hope it will be okay very soon. Very soon it will be okay again. I wish. If it is still buffering, just give me some more time. It will be okay. I'm in Bangladesh, guys, so I have to struggle with the load shedding sometimes. I don't know what's happening, but it put threw me out from stream several times. Really, the stream keeps ending for me. Me too. It's because of the speed actually. I don't have that speed. You can see here it should be like more than 2500 kilobyte per second. So sometimes it drops. So that is why maybe you are facing some problem. Why it is happening, I have no idea. I have no idea how to fix this one. My YouTube went off. Good morning, me too. Okay. Should I continue the stream? Because the speed is not good. It should be more than 2500, but sometimes it drops. Okay, so that is why it is not working actually. I don't know what is happening. But yeah, today I'm facing this internet problem from the evening, and from the afternoon time I'm facing this problem. Sometimes it drops. So should I continue or should I close it? Just let me know, guys. If you think that's impossible to listen, then I should close, and we'll try to back while if it is okay. So let me know, should I continue or should I close? Yeah, it's up to you, ma'am. I think it will be okay, I guess. Continue, bro. Okay. Working for me. Hey, Steven. Yeah, some people are facing that problem actually. Sorry for that, okay? Please go on. Continue working for me. Please continue or continue working for me. On. Okay. How about stream on Discord? No, Discord will be the same problem because of the internet. It's because of the internet. So let's try, okay? So if it doesn't work, then we'll see. We'll just close the stream anytime if it doesn't work. Let's try until we fail. Here, this is the daily chart for NASDAQ. If you watch this big candle, the biggest candle in NQ history, all of this daily candle is inside that candle. Okay, so if you take a closer look, this candle, that black candle, is inside this candle. This candle is also inside that candle. All of this candle is inside that candle. Here, if you take another look here, that specific bull candle is inside this black candle. Again, this bull candle is inside that black candle. So far we know that if we ever see the inside candle, the next candle or the candle after the next candle, we get the expansion. But here what is happening, after the biggest move ever in history, market is in consolidation mode. So it is inside the range of Wednesday 9th April 2025. All of this price action is inside this candle. So that is why I'm not watching this candle is inside that candle, so I'm expecting the expansion. This candle is inside that candle, I'm not expecting the expansion. While this candle appeared on the chart, so far I don't remember the name of that guy who told that we have that inside candle, so we are expecting the expansion in Discord. I just didn't comment over there. I didn't even talk about this inside candle. I didn't do anything over here because I was expecting to let the price out of this big candle range. So if the candle could go outside of this range, I thought that that was the time to talk about this thing. But as the market is still inside this big candle range, I decided to talk about this. There is something called expansion. No, it never happened. Always expansion, consolidation, either expansion or the reversal or the retracement, whatever it is. But after the expansion, most of the time you will expect the consolidation. This is all about ICT concepts. So after that big, any kind of big expansion, always expect some sort of consolidation. If you think about this candle, this is the biggest expansion in the history. So after that biggest expansion, market is in consolidation mode. That is why I told that this is the area where we should not trade, because market is in consolidation mode from the daily chart. I'm expecting this will go higher. I will keep looking for buying opportunity only, but I know that this market is in consolidation mode. Until it is not going to close the consolidation range, or it is not going to leave the consolidation range, it is highly risky to trade in this market. Why it is not tradable? The reason is the volatility. If the volatility was okay, still we could be, it was possible to trade this market because the stop loss would be small. But here the volatility is huge. That is why I am not able to put my stop loss with a logical level because of the biggest stop loss. That is why I told it is a low probable area. But behind all of these things, the main reason is this expansion candle. After 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, all of these candles are inside that biggest candle. So it is in consolidation mode. I prefer the bull run, but at the same time, I have to make sure that I'm aware of this consolidation mode. After that big expansion, consolidation mode. So this is why I'm not watching the inside candle here. That candle is inside that candle, or this candle is inside that candle. I'm not watching them as an inside candle because all of this candle is inside that candle. So this is like sub inside candle. This is the biggest inside candle, and then all of this candle are sub inside candle. So I don't care about them. All I care, if I need the expansion, I need the bull expansion. Why? After that inside candle, I have that bull candle. So if you take a closer look, market opened there. It closed here, market opened there. Think about this. If it could open here from there to there, it is a small expansion. Of course, it's a small expansion. If it could go above that high, I would get the expansion over here. I didn't get it by this candle, that candle, that candle. I'm still waiting for the color. This is the bull candle. I'm still expecting the bull run or bull expansion to break that huge range, that biggest range. So until I don't get it, I'm not interested to think that this is going to be so much precise or highly probable area to trade, as it is inside that candle. So it is all trading inside that candle. Guys, my English is not that good. I'm so sorry for that. But did you understand what I meant to say? What I meant to say? Until this candle range is not broken, or market is not going to close above that candle, or it is not going to close below this candle, this is all the low probability, because market can keep consolidating for unlimited of time. It can keep doing that. I'm expecting bull run because after seeing that inside candle, I have the bull color, green color. So I'm expecting the green run. I tried my level best, but if still it is confusing, I hope that in the price action I will keep trying to explain that much more easier way. This is that last parabolic gap. Market is still struggling to break that last parabolic gap. Until this last parabolic gap is not broken, all other things are same. The thing I explained yesterday, the day before yesterday, everything is going to be same. I have nothing here that can tell me that I can start to look for sell. I have nothing here. Not even a single logic is there that can tell me, brother, look for sell. I have nothing like that. So I will keep looking for bull run. I'm still bullish. I don't need to look for sell until the next bearish PDRA. If I have got any other next bearish PDRA that is going to tell me that the switch your bias from bullish to bearish, then I will switch it. Until then, I will keep looking for buying opportunity. Even though I know it's in consolidation mode, but I prefer to look for buy only, because anytime I know that I will get the bull expansion because of this candle color. Okay, guys, is it still buffering, or is it still throw you out from the stream, or is it okay now? Mickey, you have 33 point. Abdul Mutte, why are we waiting for fair gap to break, but not on the way down. We were watching the order block, then we don't watch mean threshold of order block on the way up. What did you say, Ravi? I didn't understand, brother. Steam is good for me, seems okay now, it's okay right now, it's good, it's okay now, stable now, it's good. Okay guys, I think after that load shedding there was some problem. I hope it will be absolutely okay. Okay. Walaikum salam Imshi. Sujiban good. Sujiban only 10 seconds lagging. 10 seconds lagging. I mean 10 seconds delayed. It should be 5-second delay. But if it is 10 seconds, then still maybe it's struggling to increase the internet speed. Today candle touch previous week 30%. That 30%, 20% is not important to me because today is Wednesday. So I don't need that 30% or 20% because it is Wednesday. That is important for me until Tuesday. If Tuesday is gone, the previous week TGIF is gone for me. Okay, thank you guys. I hope that this part is clear to you. And Ravi, I didn't understand your question, brother. Either make it much more easier for me to understand the daily order block. Which order block you are talking about? Bullish order block, bearish order block. We asked for reaction for way down. Okay, so you are talking about this bearish order block. Okay, so now way up after trading weekly fair value gaps. So we know it's going up. Okay, why we waiting for daily fair value gap instead of order block mean threshold? The last fair value gap is always much more important comparing with order block. If I have some kind of liquidity around that area, look, while I'm expecting the bull run, I don't have the liquidity. So what I'm expecting here, I'm expecting the price will go higher because of the price action, not because of the liquidity. I have the next liquidity level over here. This is the next liquidity level. In that whole run, I have no liquidity. Did you see any liquidity? I don't see any liquidity. So while I don't have the liquidity, I have to give the highest priority to the last fair value gap. Even if I had the liquidity, I would go for that last fair value gap to give the highest priority. But of course, every level like order block open, mean threshold, that week 50% is extremely important. Any of them can stop the market and can keep sending the market lower. Of course, it can do that. But my highest priority is the last fair value gap because all of this order block, breaker block, propulsion block, week 50%, what else do I have? Rejection block, everything depends on fair value gap. If you don't have the fair value gap, there is no order block. If you don't have fair value gap, you don't have any kind of propulsion block or maybe breaker block. Nothing is going to be created if there is no fair value gap. That is why my first priority is the last fair value gap. If it was the entry fair value gap, then I would prefer to look for that order block mean threshold. If it was the entry fair value gap, as it reached until the last fair value gap, until this last fair value gap is not broken, I'm not going to give the priority to the mean threshold. Of course, it can reverse from that mean threshold, but my first priority to break that last fair value gap. Now, while this last fair value gap will be broken, I can't simply say that it is now going higher because next level is order block mean threshold. Third level is that week 50%. Why? Because I don't have the liquidity. If I had the liquidity, then I would say that if the last fair value gap is broken, market is going to take that liquidity. As I don't have the liquidity, I have to wait to think about that mean threshold, that week 50%, or if there is any rejection block. Every level is important to me because there is no liquidity. Okay, is that clear, brother? Is it there volume balance in the daily candle? Is it there? T2, is there volume imbalance in the daily candle? If you are asking about here, the last fair value gap is from there to there. I don't know which one you are asking. I'm watching this whole area as my last fair value gap. It is clear, bro. Okay, well explained. Thank you, brother. Tito, how can we use previous week 20 and 30%? Hey, Mickey, I have already talked about that in Monday. If you watch the first part of Monday's live streaming, first part, okay, like at the beginning, while I have done the pre-market analysis, you'll understand everything because I explained them in a broad way. Okay, so please watch this last Monday, first hour, first explanation over there. But if you would love to look for the TGIF, you have to look it from weekly candle and 20%, 30%. Okay, 20 and 30% from the weekly candle, not from the daily candle. You will expect that this market will touch either this 20% or 30%. If it is not touched that area by Friday, then it will touch any of this level in between Monday or Tuesday. Okay. I'm bullish because this market is bullish. That is why I'm bullish. I'm not saying that if it closes below this last fair value gap, I'm going to look for the bearish run. No, I'm not interested to do that. I'm more interested to look for bullish run because it is reversing from a very specific level from the weekly chart. So if you go to the weekly chart, you will see that there is a last fair value gap from the weekly chart. Market exactly tapped to this last fair value gap. Hold that on. I have this buy side liquidity. So I'm more interested for the all-time high. That market, I'm expecting this market is going for that all-time high and going to touch that more. Still, that is just my expectation. I will wait a bit more to get that run. But as I told, from that specific day, I'm bullish. I'm still bullish until there is any other bearish period. This is the hourly chart. I'm going to remove this last fair value gap from my hourly chart. This is the buy side liquidity. I'm interested to see that market is going to take this buy side liquidity is my first priority over here. If you take a closer look here, this high has been taken over here by a shallow run. This is the another buy side liquidity over here. New day opening gap, new week opening gap. This market has fallen until the new day opening gap over here. It came to this new day opening gap, which is from 10th April 2025. 10th April, this is that new day opening gap. It came here, respecting over here. More interestingly, I'm watching this candle. This is my order block. So if you remember, all of this area we are looking for buy because market was respecting from that order block from the hourly chart. While this was respecting that order block, the lowest down close body close candle, you can go for this one or that one. Both of them are almost the same area. As it has appeared on the last, so I would love to mark this one. Is that propulsion block? Market has been traded that propulsion block. After trading that propulsion block, today's price action is important. If this market fail to break that new day opening gap, I will keep looking for buying opportunity. Why you are not giving the priority to this fair value gap? This fair value gap is not important to me. Why? Because after trading that propulsion block, I prefer to look for an unfilled fair value gap. If market has made this unfilled fair value gap, then of course it is important. If it is filled that fair value gap, it can make the breaker block, and that breaker block can be appeared over here around this area, or maybe here, or maybe here, until this low is not broken. I prefer the breaker block after finishing or closing that gap 100%. So this gap is not important to me because of this price action. I'm watching this market from here to here. If this market closed below this new day opening gap, maybe I will start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. This low has been taken over here with a shallow run, which is my sell side liquidity. So I'm going to mark it from here to here. Okay, so that is my sell side liquidity. If the market can close below this new day opening gap, I will start to look for sell from here to here, from that area to this sell side liquidity. Until this market is above this new day opening gap, I'm more interested to look for buy. No sell is valid to me. This market is now trading this propulsion block. I'm more interested this propulsion block will hold the market, send it higher. This is today's new day opening gap. If it leave the upper portion of this new day opening gap open over here, then of course it can work as a breakaway gap. Today's new day opening gap, okay, it can work as a breakaway gap. This can keep falling for this sell side liquidity. I'm not interested to look for that. I'm more interested to look for buying opportunity. Any kind of buying opportunity, I'll go for that until market is above this new day opening gap. Market is below this new day opening gap, that means market has closed below this new day opening gap from 15-minute chart. I will start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. I repeat this one more time. If the market closed below this new day opening gap from 15-minute chart, I will start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. Until market is above this new day opening gap, I will keep looking for buying opportunity, and I would love to go for this whole liquidity void. This is the real liquidity void. That means this area, okay? This is called the liquidity void, the real liquidity. Here you have the real liquidity, this whole area. I prefer that this market will come here and fill this real liquidity void 100%. That is my expectation. I will keep looking for the buying opportunity. From 15-minute chart, if you take a closer look here, I have this relatively equal lows from the 15-minute chart. Market didn't tap to this new opening gap, and it has traded this whole area, which is absolutely messy from 15-minute chart. Not interested to mark anything over here. More interested to see first market can take that relatively equal lows and trade that new opening gap before going higher. In the meantime, this whole gap is my last fair value gap, so I would love to mark that last fair value gap. If this market doesn't want to go for that liquidity, instead it would love to go higher and to trade that real liquidity void, then it will work with the upper portion of this fair value gap. It can't close or work with the lower portion of this fair value gap. Body can't close below the 50% of this last fair value gap from 15-minute chart. So if it work with the upper portion, any kind of buying opportunity from there, I will go for that, for this small accumulation or this buy side liquidity or that area. I will look for the buy from over there. Okay, these two candle was absolutely weird. So while I have seen these two candle, I thought that today's trade is gone already. Okay, we already done for today while I have seen these two candle, but so far it is good, and I prefer to, this is best case of scenario. I would love to see if it happens. That is the best case of scenario, and this is the highest or easiest way to trade this market. If it doesn't do that and trade the 50% of this last fair value gap, keep going higher, it will be little difficult for me to trade, but I will try to trade this market. But remember, all of this volume imbalance is extremely difficult to trade. While market is in this area, it is extremely difficult to trade that area. So I prefer to trade while market is in between new day opening gap, not inside the new day opening gap or new week opening gap, outside of this area, outside of this new day opening gap, new week opening gap. That is the best area for trading. So let's see how it is going to close that candle, and then we will take our decision. If it closes below this constant crossment, I prefer market will take this relatively equal lows and trade that new day opening gap. So I will try to frame some sell instead of taking buy, if I would love to trade over there. Okay, so we are very near for the no, it's not the random reversal. It has perfectly traded the propulsion block, so it's not the random reversal. If it could tap to this new day opening gap, that could be the best, and I prefer that it will do that. If it doesn't do that, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. This buy side liquidity is my interest to see for today. Can you clarify that futures are halal? Because please don't ask me that question, technical Azman. I have already replied to you in Discord, and I told you please do your own research. I'm not a scholar of Islam. Okay, so if I say something and someone follow that and I'm wrong, you know how difficult it is, because it is religious. I believe something, I would love to stay believing that things, but I can't say anything if it is related with religion. And so please do your own analysis and do your own research on YouTube or chat GPT. All of these things, you can do your own research. I hope you'll understand, brother. Brother, why you are not marking the opening gap? The opening gap is near about, how much is going to be the opening gap? Let me check. 200 handle, not interested to mark that 200 handle opening gap. This is absurd. What are you talking about, brother? I don't want to talk about this. I mean, future trading, is it halal or haram? If you use the levers, I believe that that is haram. If you use the levers. Now, if it is future market, if it is forex market, if it is gold market, if it is Indian market, if it is any market, I don't care. If you use the levers, it's haram. This is my analysis. This is my research. Okay, I am not saying that it is haram. I believe it is haram if you use the levers. That is why I don't. I'm not interested to trade this market. Even if I pass the account, I don't want to. I don't want to trade. Simply, I don't. I have still one take profit trader 50K account passed. I have passed it already. I didn't trade at all. I have some $170 over there. Still, I didn't trade for 1 or 2 weeks. I don't know it is still alive or not. But I don't want to trade because I have to use the leverage. So you should do your own analysis, brother. I mean, just search on YouTube, find something, okay? I'm waiting for the first presented gap, nothing else. I'm not looking for anything else except the first presented gap. If I push the button, that is going to be the paper trade. So if anyone has problem with paper trading, you can join other people, okay? My trade will be paper trade. No, trading is not haram. If anyone tell that trading is haram, no, it's not haram. But leverage is haram. And if you trade something that is haram, then of course it is haram. But trading is not haram. If it is not, if you are not trading any haram products or haram companies, then it's not haram. Leverage is haram. Trading is absolutely good. Salam, hello, namaste, Titu bhai. Is it 15th April or 16th April? Did I write it 15th April? It should be 16th April. So if I write it 15th April, I'll just change it, okay? Tap 15 minute. I have seen that, brother. Waiting for first presented, nothing else. I'm here, boss. Where were you, Outlander? I was missing you yesterday, man. It's 16th April. Maybe I mean, mistakenly I have to write it down 15th April. I'll change it, okay? I'm just waiting for first presented gap, nothing else. PM. Oh, okay, okay. You're from Australia, man. Man, my mistake. My mistake. You're from Australia, man. Let's see, brother, if it is bullish or bearish. I'm just waiting for first presented gap. Okay, stats. You forgot. Oh my god, man, you are like you are disappear for a long time, man. I'm kidding out loud. I forgot that in Australia it's actually late night. That's thing I forgot. But you're from Australia. I never forgot that, man. We have a small fair gap at 931. Brother, I mark the fair gap if it is 5 handle. So if you take a look over here, that gap. So let me show you this. This gap I have seen, brother, from here to here. It's just one handle, not even, yeah, one handle, one tick. I don't mark them as my first presented gap. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. I'm waiting for first presented gap. Now, guys, according to ICT himself, this is the first presented gap. I hope this is going to be the first presented gap according to ICT himself. I'm not interested to mark this gap as my first presented gap as it is less than 5 handle. Okay, so I will not go for this. You can see it's just one handle or something like that. This, if you would love to mark it, you can mark it. I'm not interested to use this gap as my first presented gap. I have no problem if any of you would love to mark that as your first presented gap. I will wait for 5 handle gap as my first presented gap. If I get it, I'll use it. If I don't get it, I'm not going to use this gap. Okay. Ahmed Cad, what is your bias, brother? Let me mark a line over there because some of you can later come and tell me that, brother, ICT's first presented gap worked perfectly. You didn't use it. I don't use it. It can be worked, or I don't know how to use this one, but you can use it, of course. Cheers behind Australia, even. Yeah, I know that, man. I know. My bias is bullish, but cannot see setup right now. Okay. Ravi, boom, penguin, boom. Thank you, brother. Boom, penguin, boom. Make sure that everyone has pushed the like button. Please push the like button. How many likes did I get? 200 people are watching, 48 likes. Seriously. I'm waiting for first presented gap. I'm not waiting for anything else except the first presented gap. Good evening, Murshad. Me like 49. You have liked 49 times? That's awesome, man. Good morning, Singh. Mateo, thanks for that. Boom. This is okay. Oh, how are you? I'm cool, man. Thanks for asking. Oji, how are you? How are you, brother? Smash the like button. This guy puts out quality analysis. Thank you. Genny Tricket. Thank you so much, brother. Please put the like button. I joined you live every day since November last year, and I have been promoting your channel as well. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. No word to say that. Because all of your help, I'm now near about 10,324 subscribers. Because of all of your help. Thank you so much. ICT is not going to promote me, okay? So you guys are my last hope. You didn't count that setup that you outlined. No, I didn't count it. I was observing it. That breaker block, I was observing it. That was my perfect breaker block. I just didn't believe it. I need that first presented gap. This is my perfect breaker block that provide me 95% winning rate. That breaker block. Until that rejection block, that was my target, of course, and the last fair gap is the last line. But I didn't believe it because there was no first presented gap. Isn't there a news? No, there is no news right now. If there was a news 7:45, I don't know. Okay. Already. Okay. Abdul Moti, thanks for that bull. You are bullish today? I'm also bullish, man. Good morning, SK. Let's go for 350 today. 350, Ravi. I'm thinking that if I can get 330, 10,330, and you are asking 350, man. It's huge. We're gonna crush 100k by the end of 2025. Man, don't let me dream something that is not going to happen. Never. That is not going to happen ever. Don't let me dream something like that. I saw that breaker too, but no parallel gap or closed above, so I didn't trust it. I also didn't trust it because there was no first presented gap. Just because of that, I didn't take it, or I didn't outline that. I just was observing that, nothing else. Hello, Ninath. 9:45 CAD news. That is not important for NASDAQ. That news is important for Forex. Okay, Abdul, I am also bullish. Let's see. I am bullish until this market is above this new opening gap. If the market closes below this new opening gap from 15-minute chart, I'll look for this sell. Or if this candle or this market can come back again, close below this 50% of this bullish last fair value gap, maybe I'll look for sell again from here to until this new opening gap high. This is that last fair value gap. I added the entry and last fair value gap because some of you get confused while I say that I don't count those type of small fair value gap. So I have counted both fair value gap all together and watching the reaction from this last fair value gap. Can it stop the market? Send it lower because this is the last barricade that can stop the market to take that buy side liquidity. Still now I didn't get the first presented gap, so I'm not interested to do anything over here. I need the first presented gap first. Someone else having issues right now with Ninja Trader. Is there anyone? A strong reaction from midnight open. Yeah, I am seeing that. I'm seeing that. But more importantly, I'm watching this 15-minute bearish gap, which this gap. I'm watching that gap. I need the specific line, and that line was this 1-minute last fair value gap. But this 15-minute last fair value gap is absolutely so much important for me. Yeah, at the same time, it is perfectly reacting from the midnight open. So let's see if it keep falling or if it keep going higher. I'm going to remove this fair value gap because I'm not watching this gap as my first presented gap. If anyone would love to use it, please use it. I demand for the subscriber and market because wizard teach me to only work precision. Thank you, man. Ravi, RP, thank you so much, man. Ninja is working. Sophia, thank you for confirming. What's the name of indicator for new to opening gap and new week opening gap? It's ICT new week opening gap, new day opening gap by Fadi. Okay, Fadizen 695 downloads or something like that. It should be there because if it is a loss, then it's loss. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Give me that run after taking me. Don't do that. তারে ধরতে পারলে মনো বেরি দিতাম পাখির পান। Waiting. Thank you. Now I'm getting. How many people are already in green? Let me know. Let me see their face. Who are in green? Who is in green? Let me see their face, man. Come on. Easy peasy 25 handle. Mahdi, you are green. Wow. Okay, anyone else? Pamela is green. Wow. 25 handle green, right? Miguel. Green on Apex and take profit trader. Red on top step. Okay. But still, uh, how is it red? Okay. I don't know. You should unwell, Tito. You have cold. I don't have cold, man. I'm okay, but little tired today. I'm actually running to gather the papers for Hajj, so a bit tired. That's all. Okay, I can see a lot of boom over here. Gray, Sachin is gray. Okay, no problem, brother. Raid, how can you be raid, man? Erdogan. Green, Ganjan green, MB green, Marquis made 70, going very little these days. Okay, it's perfectly okay, man. If you want to go slowly, it's absolutely okay. Okay, if there is no fair value cap, no trade. Sorry, there was no fair value cap. Okay, if there was a fair value cap, that was my next sell. As there is no fair value cap, I'm going to let it go because there is no fair value cap. I was trying to frame it, but because of no fair value cap, so no trade. Thank you, Titu. You're most welcome, Sophia. Jakia Yao, green. Wow, man. Jamstola. Boom. Penguin boom. I'm in live account only micro one contract. It's okay, man. Sudipang, it's absolutely okay. That would be my next sell from here. But unfortunately, there is no fair value gap. Okay, so I'm going to miss that fall until to the top of this new opening gap. Maybe I'm going to miss that fall. As there is no fair value gap, I'm going to miss it. If there was fair value gap, I would take it. Just the price didn't give me the opportunity. I'm not going to take it. Simple. Not in rush. Ahmed Kat, it's up to you, man. I have no problem with that. I don't want to break my rules. I didn't break my rules. Gangjong, same thing for you as well. This order block, I was trying to catch the run from this area. So if I saw that it has tapped to this line, the open of this candle, while this candle close below that candle, I would push my button from that candle. This was my propulsion block. If it could tap to the open of this candle. So my unfortunate is market didn't touch that open of that candle. Why is that? Because if you take a closer look of this area of that candle, okay, this candle is a very small body, long wick. So I don't care about that wick. I have talked about this in my life sometimes, if you remember. If I see this type of long wick, I don't wait to see that body close below this candle. When the body close below this open, I would love to use ICT's 2024 mentorship if and only if the body is small, long wick, but that body is not like this type of body. Okay, not this type of body, or not this type of body, not this type of body. Body has to be very clean as an word, not this type of body. Okay, body has to be very good, but wick is too long. Then I prefer to open to be traded. If this candle could tap to over there, this would be my propulsion block. I'm going to mark it according to the logic. This is the propulsion block, by the way. It has traded this propulsion block, now it is falling. I didn't have the opportunity to take the sell from this propulsion block, so I was waiting for the fair value gap, and I would cover the open of this propulsion block. So while I was putting this on, if you remember, if you are confused, go and rewatch, recheck. I was trying to cover that open of that propulsion block, just to that open. So if I could take and sell here around this area, I would cover the open of that candle, the propulsion block candle. Unfortunately, market didn't give me neither of them. So I missed them, and I'm okay with that. I'm not going to chase it. We'll wait. This liquidity, remember, and this new opening gap. This market will come here. I will start to look for buy again from this new opening gap. I just missed that sell, which is going to take that liquidity. I just missed that sell because market didn't give me the entry. Am I going to chase it? No, sir. I'm not going to chase it. This is my first presented gap, which I would love to use. It has worked in Monday, it has worked in Tuesday, it has worked in Wednesday. So today is Wednesday. Perfectly, it has already given you 75 handle. Perfectly. Risk to reward ratio 25, 25, 1:1. It has worked 3 days perfectly. What else do you need? New opening gap, course with fair value gap, 15 minutes. Wow, that's good. That's good, but I prefer only the new opening gap. If I have new opening gap or new week opening gap, I don't need anything else. Am I going to look this one as my order block? 100% no. There's no way to look for this candle as an order block. You want to use it, and this is a bullish market. Market will go for that buy run, for this clean high, see this high and that high, shallow run over here. It is going for that. Would love to go for the order block by using this one because it is respecting from some kind of random level. I don't know what type of level I have over here. You want to use it, go for it. I'm not going to use it. Okay, I'm not interested to use it as an order block, but it can work. I'm not going to touch it, not going to take it. I'm more interested to see if it can give me an selling opportunity. If any of you would love to take the buy, please go for it. I have no problem with that. I'm talking about this one. This is the last fair value gap, in my opinion. So I was preferring this market will, if it would love to reverse, it will reverse from that area. More specifically, the 50-minute last fair value gap. More specifically, 1 minute last fair value gap. Everything is so much precise. Everything is so clean. No need to worry about that. I have no way to take the sell from here for this sell side liquidity. If this market take that high one more time and then give me another opportunity, I'll go for that sell. If it reverse from this candle, which is an order block, for some of you, not for me, for some of you, it is an order block. It will tap this order block and it will take this sell side liquidity. I don't care about that. I'm not going to take this sell. If there is a manipulation, that means market will take that high, then I will look for sell. You don't want to wait, you would love to chase this market, go and chase it. I have no problem. But just don't blame me, please. Do you remember what did I tell here? If the body close below this constant encroachment of this 50-minute last fair value gap, there is much more possibility market will take that sell side liquidity and trade that new opening gap. Do you remember that? While I was explaining this price action, this is the part you are going to focus. It will come to this new opening gap. I will start to look for buy again. If it leave this area like that way, okay, like that way, that means leaving the sell side liquidity and went higher, did some kind of manipulation until market is below this first presented gap, I'll keep looking for sell for this sell side liquidity because this is called strongest liquidity. Market has built the strongest liquidity. Brother, I would love to take a sell from this fair value gap. Go for it. I have no problem. Without any manipulation, I'm not interested to take the sell. Without any kind of manipulation, I can't take the sell. If I miss it, I'll miss it. GN, I want to see your sell side liquidity from Friday. Right. This low, sorry, that low and that low, they're the relatively equal lows over here. This and this relatively equal lows. That is my sell side liquidity. I don't know if you are asking about that or not. If any of you would love to frame the sell from this gap, which can be happen, I don't know it will happen or not. If any of you would love to take the sell from there, you can go for it. I'm not going to take this sell. Even if it works, I have no problem with that. I am not going to take that sell. If you want, you can take it. I prefer something like this. Something like that. If it happens, I'll go for sell. If it doesn't happen and take that sell side liquidity, it will come to this new opening gap. I'll look for buy again until this new opening gap is not broken. It's really too difficult to let that run go while you are seeing this type of black candle while it is trading this gap. It is too difficult to control yourself not to push the button because you are in FOMO. Oh man, I'm going to miss that trade. Maybe how many handle is that? Maybe from here to here, 34 handle. I'm going to miss that 34 handle. I don't see like that way. I'm mentally prepared to sacrifice that 34 handle, not going to take it. Why? Because this is called chasing price. This market fall from there to there. So I have missed the sell from here at the beginning of the run. For example, I missed that run from there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to chase the market. Not interested to chase the market. Again, it can perfectly work. Look, while this market is going higher, I'm telling this. It can perfectly work. I am going to sacrifice it, not interested to take that sell. If any of you would love to go for it, please go for it. I have no problem with that. But just don't blame me, brother. I didn't push my button because you are not looking for sell. Please don't do that. Did I got my green, brother? Going to log out. Have a good stream, brother. Hey, Stux, that's cool, man. That's the best idea, brother. So yes, I agree. I agree. Leave it for a small win. Aim big. I feel you too. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, brother. Bro, 15-minute BC unmitigated from April 11, 12, 10. I'm inside. I'm inside order block. 15-minute BC unmitigated from April 10, 11, 10 a.m. Okay, April 11, 10 a.m. inside order block. I don't know what level you are looking for, Gangjong. I'm watching just this nude opening gap, nothing else. Here around this area, I'm not watching anything from here, nothing, because this is too much messy. I don't like this type of messy price action. In a trade though, who is in a trade? I'm not in a trade. Okay, I think Nina is in a trade. Okay, brother, best of luck. I hope you will get your boom, man. I got 50 points. Best of luck. I mean, sorry, congratulations, brother, for that 50 handle. See what happened, brother. BC over. Lapping new day opening. Oh, okay. So 50-minute gap is overlapping with new day opening gap. Thank you, brother. Hit him up. Thank you so much, brother, for clearing that. My English is shit, man. I'm so sorry for that. This gap, if there is a 15-minute last gap, if there is an hourly last gap, if there is an daily last gap, I don't know what do I have over there. All I care about new day opening gap. If I have new day opening gap or new week opening gap, I don't need any other price action. Nothing at all over there. Nothing at all. I mean, in this type of this case of scenario, okay. Look at those sellers who took the sell over here by seeing these two candles. What is happening to them? Just feel them. Try to feel them, man. That is called psychology. It's really so difficult to frame a sell from here. Sorry, not to frame a sell from there. Even when you see that it has traded that and it's a green candle, a black candle, and market is falling. Then this trade again and the market was falling. So difficult to control yourself. Do you understand what you are doing wrong? This is the thing you are doing wrong because you're afraid to miss or that lose that 34 handle. You're afraid of that. But the logic is it's called chasing the price. You are trying to chase the market. Sometimes it works. And you saw that sometimes. Now I got the manipulation. If I get any selling opportunity now, I will go for that. See, this high has been taken over here. If there is any selling opportunity, I'll go for that. As well as Morat told, it has traded the 50-minute order block. Okay. Now, if it starts to fall, I prefer to take the sell because now it has taken the it has done the manipulation. Think about those people who took the sell here. What they are saying, oh man, why did I push the button? Why did I push the button? 950 high will be taken and then sell off. 958. What is that? Yeah, that was my idea. Actually, it has been taken already. So now if there is a selling opportunity, I'll go for that. If it doesn't give me the sell, I'm okay, absolutely okay with that. No buy is valid until market is below this first presented gap. No buy is valid to me. Let's see if it can provide me any selling opportunity now. I will look for sell until market is below the 50% of this 50-minute bullish parabolic gap. Otherwise, it can be the fake breakout and market can keep going higher, which I don't want to see right now because of the price action, because it has already closed below this 50% of the last parabolic gap. So I prefer that market will take this sell side liquidity and trade that new opening gap. See this sell side liquidity here, a very strong support zone now, a very strong support zone. So I prefer taking sell instead of taking buy. 10,324 subscriber. How many likes did I get? 91. 226 people are watching. I got 91 likes. Should I continue? Should I continue, guys? Oh man, come on. Murad, I have different explanation. Okay, I'm not going to say that, but I have different explanation of that bull run, and that is the most logical explanation. But I'm not going to explain that now. Okay, Jahid Sheikh, let's see, man. My cat is awesome, man. My cat is doing awesome. Price just reached to breaker block. I think you are talking about this one. It's not my breaker block. If you are talking about this one, it's not my breaker block. So I'm not watching this candle as my breaker block. But of course, you can use it as your breaker block, Hassan. I don't see this one as my breaker block. So even on days you are bullish, you will continue to sell the CB first present as long as price stays below the first. Absolutely, absolutely, sister. Here, the reason I'm looking for sell. Actually, I keep saying you guys like yesterday. Remember around the PM session there was a sell. I told that I'm not going to take that sell. Why is that? Because if you would love to practice your bias, for example, you love to practice your bias in that type of situation, any kind of selling opportunity you will let them go. If you are struggling to understand the bias, you have to let go all the opportunity which is against your bias, and then you will start to look for entries according to your bias. This is how you will be able to improve your bias. But it doesn't mean that you can't take sell if your bias is bullish. But if you do that, like for example, my bias is bullish and I'm trying to frame a sell, any kind of selling opportunity. If I do that, I will never improve my bias. It will be never improved. I will never be consistent with my bias. I will always be confused about my bias. Is that clear, sister? So if you're struggling with bias, you have to let all the sell go. What you have to do, you have to wait for what? For this market to come here. While it will come here, you will start to look for buying opportunity. That is your entry opportunity. All of this sell, you will let them go because your bias is bullish. For example, it is bullish. Now, if it keep falling whole day, you will let them go. No trade is valid over there. Oh man, am I going to get some subscriber today? 10,324 subscriber. I didn't get not even a single subscriber. Am I going to get 330 subscriber by today? Is there anyone who is not my subscriber? Two people are watching. We are already profitable. We have already got $1,000 in our pocket. Still, we are trying to frame some trade. The explanation I have done over there, please watch it. Remember it. Control your emotion. Okay, please do it. This is a little messy price action. Keep watching, okay? I'm not going to explain it, but keep watching what I'm doing. Marking that bullish fair value gap, marking that bearish fair value gap. Both of them I have marked. Am I going to push the button? No, I'm not going to push the button. I'm observing it. How it is going to react from this and how it is going to react from that. I'm not pushing my button. I'm not afraid to miss that trade opportunity because I know that even if I miss the entry opportunity here, I'll be able to enter here or maybe here or maybe here. I'll be able to enter anywhere. So I'm not taking my risk. I'm observing it, how it is going to react over here. Let's see if it can tap to this fair value gap or not. Institutional 18585 585. What did it do? Holding for short, change the price. Okay, that's cool, brother. I didn't know that it is going to fall. My mistake. I'm not interested to enter into this market from here. If I would love to enter here, I need something here. Okay, that run came until this area. What it has traded? Is there any fair value gap? No. Is there anything that can tell me that, brother, use that order block to take the sell? No, I have nothing over here. I have the higher time frame PDRA over here, but I don't have any lower time frame PDRA. So how can I take the sell from there? I have no way to take the sell from there. So I'm waiting to see that how this bullish PDRA is going to work. Can it give some kind of reaction for this fair value gap, and then it can make a order block from this fair value gap? If it do that, I'll go for that order block sell. If it doesn't do that, instead, for example, it just keep falling, take that sell liquidity, I will miss my opportunity. If it go higher, trade that fair value gap, make some kind of fair value gap over order block over there, I'll take that sell over there, because I will get the reaction from this bullish gap, and then I will get the reversal from that bearish gap. Do you understand what do I mean by that? Continue short. Let's see, brother. Erdogan. Zaid, I don't watch the 5-minute chart, so I don't know what area you are referring. Okay, brother? I don't watch 5-minute chart. Jamie, you can see the arrow, ma'am. See the arrow here. Even ICT said if the first fair value gap is not a good one, aligning with narrative, then you can take a better that forms after that. Brother, I told that before ICT talked about this, and I keep saying that, man, my fair value gap is very strict. I mean, very rules based. But until ICT talked about that, nobody believed me. While ICT talked about that, now people stopped telling that, brother, it's not your first presented gap. You are providing the wrong information. That is the first presented gap, or that is the first presented gap. I knew that what I was doing. I remembered this first presented gap from Kathy Cad, a girl from my life. I don't know she is still here or not, but for the first time she talked about this. Okay, in August 2024. Then I started to study this, and I find out some specific things from about the first presented gap, while ICT was not talking about that. Before ICT, I started to explain this first presented gap. ICT just talked about the first presented gap for the first time in 2023 in a Twitter space. Just he talked about there is something called first presented gap. That's all. Nothing abbreviate way. So I studied it, and then I find out some specific logic to mark the first presented gap. I am working with that. That's all, brother. If you don't like it, just forget about it. I will sell 150-minute chart. That's all. That's awesome, man. Look, I am not doing anything over here. Did you see? Did you notice? I'm not doing anything over here. It was falling. I'm not getting afraid of that fall. If I miss it, man, I will just simply miss it. I know that I will start to look for buy from here. So if I miss that sell, I'll look for the buy again. I have no problem with that. But I'm not interested to take risk over here because it didn't trade this fair value gap or the entry fair value gap. Any of them didn't been traded yet. So I need to see that it will trade around this area first before framing any kind of selling opportunity. Keep watching and keep learning. Please don't focus on anything else. Just keep watching, keep learning. Look over here from 15-minute chart. It is reacting from the 15-minute last fair value gap low. Okay, this is reacting from there. So if it starts to fall from there, of course it can happen. I will miss that opportunity. That's all. But not going to take any risk. Now it tapped to this entry fair value gap or the last fair value gap. If it started to fall now, that is my selling opportunity. Any kind of order block, any kind of next fair value gap, whatever I will get, I'll take the sell from there because it has done its job here. If it keep going higher, that means I have no way to take the sell. But if it starts to fall now like this way, I will go for that sell. Do you understand the logic here? Why I was not looking for sell? Look what is happening over here. The same thing happened over there. How do I know that? What is the right time to look for the sell? This is how I know that. If it keep going higher, what you are going to do? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But any kind of selling opportunity now, I'll go for that sell. Until now, until this candle appeared on the chart, there was no setup, no trade, nothing. People are just overzealous. They are in FOMO. They know nothing about this. No, sorry. They, of course, they know everything about this, but I'm saying that, I mean, they were confused. They were in FOMO, fear of missing opportunity. That is why they're trying to take the sell here. But there is no selling setup. Why you are forcing the market to give you the sell? I'm sorry, okay. Of course, people knows everything about ICT concepts. I know nothing. That's just a miss of tongue. I know nothing about this price action. All of these things are random. There is nothing that has been traded. You can say that it has traded this order block. No, it didn't trade that order block. That line is the order block line. Market didn't tap to this order block line. So it is random to me. I can't believe these things. I can't do that. I took sell inversion fair value gap. I think you are safe, Ahmed Kate. You are safe, I think, brother. I hope that you didn't get stopped out. And waiting for your boom, brother. Something I'm learning from you is letting trade go, allowing myself to miss something. That's so valuable. Yeah, of course. Just let it go. If I miss it, I'll get another one. What I'm going to lose, man? Nothing. Bro, I took to buy the first one from order block, another one from propulsion block. I'm forcing market. 100% you're forcing market. 100% you're forcing market. You have no high time frame period over there so that you can take the buy. You have nothing over there. You are just lucky because market is giving you the run. That's all. You are just lucky. But most of the time you will be unlucky. So you are absolutely forcing the market, brother. Hassan, it is you. That is why I'm telling like that way. If it was someone else, I wouldn't say like that way. You know that, brother. I'm not judging you. Now bring off SP500 price. Okay, what is that? I don't know. Did your friend speaking PM session? Yeah, I know, 1:30. That is why I told that PM session is gonna be weird to me to trade. Is today FOMC or just Powell speaking? Just the Powell speak. And I hate that guy. Oh man. You're most welcome, Hassan. People are going to leave because I'm not framing any trade. Now, if you really do you want me to frame the trade here? Do you really think this is price action? This is seek and destroy. It is seeking the liquidity and it is destroying you. I'm not interested to frame any setup over here. If you need entertainment, I think you have to find someone else to get the entertainment. I'm not the right guy. Today has been clean. Yesterday was so messy. Okay. Here for the relative lows. Let's see, brother. Let's see, brother. The best area to take the sell. The best area to take the sell. Any kind of order block I will get here, I'll take the sell from there. Until this market is below this first presented gap. Just a problem. This market is above the consequent crosspoint of that last fair value gap from 15 minutes. That's the problem. Except that problem, any kind of selling opportunity, I'll go for that sell. And I'll take that risk. Buy? Absolutely not. When you will start to frame your buy, if market is above this first presented gap and did some kind of lower manipulation, yes, I'll go for the buy. Until then, the order block, I'll take the sell. If this candle can close one tick below this candle, I'll take the sell from this candle. But my stop loss will be a bit difficult here, but I will try to put my stop loss in a logical level. I will see. Okay, so if it can close one tick below that low line, I will take the sell while it will tap to this line. Please don't copy my trade. It's a request. Yeah, I'll go for that. It has to close below this line. If it doesn't close, this trade is not valid. Now, even if I miss it, no need to worry about that. Even if I miss it, you will know that how to frame the trade. If I miss it, it's absolutely okay. If I get stopped out, that means I'm going to get stopped out in logical level 20 handle. It's absolutely okay. I don't know that I'm 100% right? Sometimes I do mistakes. But this is the best area to take the sell for me. Let's see if this candle can close below that candle. 5, 4. Okay, it didn't close. If it doesn't close below this, I'm not going to take that sell. Very simple. It has to close below that line to take the sell. Until market is not going to close above this first presented gap or above that candle. By the way, this is going to be the same thing. So we'll see. But it is going higher from this fair value gap. I have no problem with that. I'll let him go. Market has to close above this first presented gap, then it has to do the manipulation, lower manipulation, to give me the buying opportunity. Otherwise, I'll not go for the buy. And please observe how market is talking to you. It is talking to me. How? Body didn't close below this order block. Body didn't close below this order block. Market never lie to you. Please don't copy my trade. If you'd love to trade, that should be your own risk. I'm not going to take the responsibility. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not taking any blame from you. So if you'd love to push your button, that should be your own risk. I'm not going to take your risk, your trade risk, okay? Because I don't know what you are doing. You're over leveraging, you are over trading. I don't know anything about that. Well, I'll remove this and later I will actually come here if it make the order block. First presented gap, order block was there. Now this entry is according to our price action. So I'm expecting this market will come here for this sell side liquidity, and I have only this fair value gap. I don't have any other fair value gap. So that is why I'm using this gap, not the first presented gap, just this gap as my uh, order block, for my order block. Okay? Oh man, come on. Come on. I'm little afraid that I'm going to miss this trade, so I would love to push the button right now. Not going to wait for that. Okay, so we'll target this and I'll take the partial here. If it take me, I'll take the partial over here. I'm just little afraid that I'm going to miss this trade, so I'm not going to wait for this candle close. That's my partial, that's my target. Stop loss, just cover that high. I should cover the high of this candle, not going to do that, just will cover this area. If it give me that profit, I'll go for that. If I get, for example, I got stopped out here. If it doesn't go above that high, I will take re-entry while this market will come back again below this order block. Here I did one thing wrong, and that is market is above the constant encroachment of the last fair value gap. Okay, this is the only thing I did wrong here, but I have to take this risk because I'm expecting this market will fall. But this constant encroachment would love to hold the market and send it higher again. In that type of situation, maybe I'll be wrong, but I have to take that risk because I'm not going to get everything the way I'm expecting. I'm not going to get them all together. So I would love to take that risk. By the way, this entry is according to the order block. Okay, so this candle validated this order block, this candle tapped to this order block. So it is a valid order block. No, brother, it's not FOMO. It's something, if you keep watching the market, you'll understand that things. You don't need to wait for, sometimes you don't need to wait because it is trying to close below this order block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. This is the fifth time market has closed below this order block. So it was trying to close below this order block, and while it has failed 4, 5 times, something like that, sometimes it simply closed there and keep falling. So I don't want to miss it. Instead, if it tried 1, 2 times, I'll take that risk because my stop loss is small. All I care about my stop loss. If it is small, I'm okay with that. Okay, I got stopped out. If it doesn't go above that high and close below this order block, I'll take resell over there. If it keep going higher, I'll just let it go. The only thing is wrong here. I tried to take my sell while market is above the constant encroachment. I have to take that risk. It will close below this order block. I'll take my resell over here, and I will catch that 18 handle stop loss again for something like 43 handle, or maybe I will go for that sell side liquidity. Yeah, don't you understand what did I say? While it was failing to close below this order block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times or something like that, sometimes it closed here, not sometimes, most of the time it closed and keep falling. So I don't need to wait for that confirmation. According to the ICT, this open, while it is going to go below this open, it is valid order block. So sometimes you can use that logic because your stop loss is small. it will close one tick below this order block, I'll take resell. Wherever it will close, I'll take the resell. I'm not going to wait for the retest of the order block. Stop loss, same area, target profit, this sell side, but this time I'll take the partial to this last parallel gap here. I'll take the partial over there. There, okay. If I put my stop loss 2 tick above this order block, 2 tick, I wouldn't get stopped out. But as my stop loss was tight here, I got a stopped out. I'm okay with that. I don't wait for that order block retest because a lot of time market doesn't retest the order block. So 26 handle, okay. If it doesn't work this time and stop me out, what you are going to do? I will go for third time. Third time market will close below this order block, I'll go for that. But I believe this time it will work. But if it doesn't work, then I will go for the third time. But this time it should work, by the way. It is just struggling to break that constant crossment of that last parallel gap. It should break it. For example, here, this candle stopped me out and closed below this line. I would go for the resell over here again from that candle. If I got stopped out here, then this candle closed here, I would go for sell again over here because I'm leaving the setup here and I'm expecting it is coming to this last parallel gap. Of course, it can reverse from this entry parallel gap, but I would love to take that risk from the last parallel gap until the last parallel gap. And this time the 50% of that order block is important to me here. It should not come back again to the mean threshold of that order block. It should not come. That doesn't mean it can't come. It should not come. Of course, it can trade. I mean, it is what it is. It should not go over there. Not good. Why I say that market should not come over here. If I get stopped out, it will close again. I'll go for resell again from there. Why I say that market should not come to this mean threshold because it has traded here already. The trading of mean threshold has been done over there. While it came here again, it should not come here because that mean threshold has been traded already. If it come here, most probably it will go higher. So I don't know that. I will keep waiting for that selling opportunity. If it doesn't provide the sell, instead it will go higher. I will have no opportunity to take the sell because it has made the sell side liquidity again around this area. I'll leave this on. Keep that one over there. Just only thing I'm here doing or forcing, this market will fall, but the only thing I'm struggling to break that constant encroachment. So until this constant encroachment is not broken, this can't fall, but it will fall because it is also making the liquidity here. But maybe it will do one more manipulation, but it will fall. Just struggling to break that constant encroachment. Manipulation has done one more time. This order block is not valid anymore. I will look for the highest up close body close candle again to look for sell again. Waiting. Waiting for you, for you. Unfortunately, I can't use none of this order block or the propulsion block because market is above this first presented cap. Just my unfortunate. Okay, I can't use any of this order block or propulsion block to take myself because market is above this first presented cap. So if this is a tricky price action, I am just fed up because I can't use any of them. But let's see. While it will go below this first presented gap again, I'll try to frame sell again from this area. No sell is valid while market is above the first presented gap. This market came exactly to the top of this 50-minute last fair value gap. I wish that it will start to fall now. That is the weak 50% here. If you watch that candle weak 50%, here that line, this black line, and the weak 50% from 50-minute chart are the same area. Market didn't close above the CE of that weak 50%, very specific weak. It is respecting that weak 50%, a best area to fall. Can't take the sell because market is above the first presented gap. Just because of that, I'm not pushing my button here. Just because it is above this first presented gap, I will miss it. I'll miss it. I've already 2 losses. I have nothing to do, but can't break my own rules. It is going to fall. I know that, but I can't push my button because market is just above the first presented gap. If I'm wrong and market starts to respect that first presented gap to go for this buy side liquidity, I will get another loss over here. Don't want to take that loss. So we'll wait to see this market will close below this first presented gap to take my sell again, because this sell side liquidity is more obvious now. I tried 2 times here from the order block, didn't work. Sometimes shit happens. Market was overzealous, created the buy side liquidity, cleared that buy side liquidity, traded that order block. Now it is falling. Sometimes shit happens, man. My highest priority is this first presented gap. It has been broken here, but not always. Most of the time it is going to respect that first presented gap, most of the time, and it reverses from there. Today is just a bad day for me because it break that first presented gap, came until the order block. Okay, if I want to look for buy, it has to first close. That has been done here. Okay, now if it take the sell side liquidity, then start to go higher, I will start to look for buy. It has to take the sell side liquidity before going higher. Any kind of sell side liquidity has to be taken, and the setup has to create above this first presented gap. Then I will start to look for buy for this buy side liquidity, which I don't want to see right now, because the 15-minute last fair value gap that has been broken here, this is the confirmation that I'm going to fall for that nude opening gap. The confirmation here, sorry, the signature here, then the confirmation by that candle has broken this 15-minute last fair value gap. Now this constant encroachment or that high, any of them can stop the market to send it here again for this sell side liquidity. So not interested to see this market will come here to take that buy side liquidity. Those people who would love to take the buy, please go for it. I have already seen that Ninad is already in buy or something like that. He has sell here, he got stopped out. Now he was in buy here. I don't know, he's in profit already. He has closed his trade or not. But I'm working with my logic. If it doesn't work and take 1 or 2 loss, I don't care about them because I know what I'm looking for. And I'm very much confident about that. I'm so much confident about that. So if it provide me that, I'll go for that. If it doesn't provide me, I'll just simply let this run go. Do I need to change the bias? I need the manipulation first to think about the buy run toward that buy side liquidity. Until there is no manipulation, I can't look for buy. I have to believe that this market is coming for this sell side liquidity. If any of you would love to take the buy, please go for it. Please go for it. And if you take any trade, you already got the boom. Congratulations, brother. So if I was afraid of that constant encroachment. Shit happens sometimes. I wanted to take that risk. It didn't work today. Bad luck. any kind of fair value gap it will create below this first presented gap. Okay, something here. If it can make any kind of fair value gap over there, I'll take the sell from there. Any kind of fair value gap over there, I'll take that sell from there. But my sell will be below the first presented gap. See the reaction from this first presented gap. That is why it is impossible for me to frame the sell while market is above this first presented gap. It can stop the price, send it higher again for that for that buy side liquidity. So I can't take that risk over here. I can take the risk with this constant enforcement, but I can't take the risk with first presented gap. It's not possible for me. So it has traded this propulsion block here. This is the order block. Let's see if it can keep falling now. I have taken buy from first fair value gap with me luck. Best of luck, brother. I hope that you will get your profit. I wish you will get your profit. I hope that. I pray for that. Let's wait for boom, Ahmed. And of course, please don't forget to let me know where if you get your boom. Please. I don't know where is your target. So if you get your boom, just let me know. And best of luck, brother. Remember, any kind of fair value gap I will get here below this first presented gap, I'll take the sell over there. I just can't push my button from this propulsion block. Trust me, man. If there was no first presented gap, this is my sell. I don't give a shit with anything else. I know that I'm going to get my profit. But as I have this first presented gap, I'm not framing myself from this propulsion block just because of this first presented gap. Just this first presented gap stopped me to take the sell from this propulsion block. And all of you know the entry style, right? From here, stop loss has to be there. Just cover that order block. Just cover that order block and target for some kind of sell side liquidity or whatever it is. Just because of this first presented gap, I missed that trade, and it's my bad luck, nothing else. If it can make any kind of fair value gap over here below that first presented gap, I'll take the sell from this first presented gap. We'll take my partial here to this last fair value gap and will hold my trade until this sell side liquidity. Stop loss is going to cover this fair value gap, that fair value gap. Shall we say that 15-minute time frame we have MSS, so we take the week into account. You are talking about this week. That week has traded this fair value gap and has taken all of these highs, small highs. They have been taken. So this week 50% until it is not broken, market is not going for that buy side liquidity. So I'm using that week 50%, that week 50% to think about sell. If I miss this trade, I have nothing to do actually. This is what it is. Okay, the situation of this price action is difficult. If this thing happened, for example here, I could simply go for sell from there because the first presented gap was too far. But as the situation is here, I was not able to push the button from this propulsion block, even though I was so much confident about the sell. But even though I can't push my button over there. So if it can make a fair value gap here, I'll take the sell from there. and there is no fair value gap, so I don't need to worry about that fair value gap. The fair value gap here, I'll take the sell. I don't care about anything else. Now look at those buyers. They're dumped. I don't know it is going to make the fair value gap or not. If it makes, stop loss has to be here. Not able to do that. Let me mark it clear way. If no fair value gap, no trade. Remember, no fair value gap, no trade. Can I push the button from this first presented gap? You can push the button from there. I'm not interested. I'm more interested to take the sell from the fair value gap because I have already got a stop loss 2 times. But if you want, take the sell from this first presented gap if you want, because your stop loss is going to be very small, a very small stop loss, something like this, 14 handles, something like that. I am already in loss because I have taken 2 losing trade. That is why I prefer to take my entry from the fair value gap. If I get the fair value gap, I'll take the sell from there. So this risk is not worthy to me. I'm not interested to take that risk. Any kind of fair value gap, I'll take the sell. Look at this sell side liquidity now. New sell side liquidity here. A very nice clean sell side liquidity. I'm more interested to take that sell. That sell side liquidity. It has to close below this first presented gap. It has to make a fair value gap here. I will go for the sell from there. If I didn't take those type of losses over there, I could take that risk over here because I was absolutely fresh. After that profit, I would be so fresh. I could take that risk around this area. As I'm already in some loss, I want to wait for the confirmation. The confirmation is the fair value gap. I got sell from order block with quick trailing stop loss out now then a 10 handle profit. Still that is profit, brother. Still that is profit. Any kind of fair value gap below this first presented gap is going to be my sell. Any kind of fair value gap below this first presented gap is going to be my sell until this last fair value gap. In other words, there can be some other entry opportunity, but they are risky. I'm not going to frame them because I am already in loss. I'm already in loss, so I will go for the confirmed entry, which is like much more possibility is going to give me the profit. I'll go for them. Top of the hour most of the time is the fake run. Top of the hour most of the time it is the fake run. So if your bias is bearish, if you're thinking it is going to fall around top of the hour, you got run against your bias, you will believe that this is the fake run. Top of the hour like 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, most of the time it is the fake run. Where this market came exactly to the top of this 50-minute last fair value gap. Body has been respected the high of this 50-minute last fair value gap. The high of this candle has been respected to the top of this last fair value gap. Let's wait for the selling opportunity. If you want to take the buy, please go for it. No need to worry about that. If you'd love to take the buy, please go for it. Any fair value gap below this first presented gap is my sell. What is market doing from there? While market came here, what is it doing? Nothing. Not going anywhere, just spending time around this area. Nothing it's doing. Why? It is getting ready for Powell. This is the fact, or this is the power of Powell. I hate Powell because Powell makes the market messy before his speak and after his speak. That is why I'm afraid. I hate him, man. I hate him. Before Powell speak, after Powell speak. Highly volatile accumulation. Oh man, it's too boring for me. Market doesn't move anywhere. Even Trump hates Powell. Oh man, it's true, man. Well, there is a fair value gap. Can I use it? No, I will use the fair value gap below here, okay? If it can make. What is it doing now? There is no fair value gap, by the way. This market is not moving anywhere. Why? Because it is preparing for Powell speak. It's just preparing for Powell speak. Emitters barrels, I took buy. Best of luck, brother. Best of luck. You have a break, Powell and Trump now to rest is drinking water for. Yeah, man. I am really afraid of Powell and now Trump. These two guys. Otherwise, this market is too beautiful to me. But Powell and Trump is so difficult for me because they don't let the market go anywhere. Oh, sorry. Powell doesn't let the market to go anywhere, and Trump take the market somewhere I never expect. So if Trump come here, one candle will take that buy side liquidity. So difficult for me, man. High volatility. These two guys just I don't know why I like him. Maybe because he owes me a lot. You like Powell, man. I like him. Market is so shitty because it's also Easter short week. Is that Easter? Easter this week is Easter? I didn't know that, Suzivan. It's an Easter week, by the way, but the calendar is absolutely clear. There is nothing called in Easter. 121 like, not bad. I'm waiting for sale. If I get a fair value gap below this first presented gap, I'm going to take that sell. I don't care about anything else. I will push the button from that fair value gap. That's all. But this market is not moving. It is waiting for Powell. It is just waiting for Powell. I hope that it will take me. If it doesn't take me, that's my bad luck. I was not bullish even after seeing this. I was not bullish. I was bearish for this sell side liquidity. So I will keep looking for that opportunity. Trump gave 1 minute 600 handle. Yeah, it's true, man. 100 600 I saw 324 handle. Was there a candle that was 600 handle, man? Still closing my laptop now. It should close it. Powell is going to speak and market is preparing for him. Friday markets are closed. Friday market is closed. Then tomorrow's lunch hour is the best area to trade, man. Everyone, write it down. If Friday is closed, I'm not sure. If Friday is closed, tomorrow's lunch hour is the best area to trade. Yes, Good Friday. Okay, Friday's holiday. Okay, awesome. Then tomorrow's lunch hour is the best area to trade. Remember that. Man, this was the perfect sell from this propulsion block. I was not able to take it because of this first presented gap. So I was waiting for a fair value gap over here so that I can take the sell. I can still 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 take the sell. Oh man, come on, come on. Come on. Stop this there. Come on. Don't make me cry. I should hold it here. A bit higher, a bit higher, a bit higher, a bit higher. Don't make me cry, man. Come on. Come on. This is the opportunity. So I force it a bit. Stop me out. Oh man. I saw this fair gap actually. Bit small fair gap. So try just to hold it with the volume imbalance to make it bigger. Now it didn't work. We'll stream the PM session. I will be here because I have to prove that if Powell is going to speak, the market is shit before he's speaking, after he's speaking. Market doesn't go anywhere. It just keep doing the same thing. Before Powell speak, after Powell speak. So if Powell is going to speak around 1:30, 2 hours after 1:30, 2 hours before 1:30 is gonna be shit. Most of the time. Absolutely, it's gonna be shit. Doesn't do anything. Just keep doing like this type of things. Not moving anywhere. I'll be here for the PM session.